This is a video explanation for some supplemental assignments to go along with World War II, Chapter 34 and 35. To start off with, I'd like to have you read some stuff in James Bradley's book, Flyboys. I'd like you to read Chapter 16 and just the first part of Chapter 17. James Bradley talks about the firebombing of Japan, and I'd like you to answer these questions. And James Bradley kind of goes into McNamara, Robert McNamara, who was at the time in the military advising General LeMay. General LeMay was in charge of making decisions about bombing in Japan, and eventually Robert McNamara becomes Secretary of Defense for the Kennedy administration. Robert McNamara advises LeMay on firebombing. Later on, there's a famous documentary put out in the 1990s, I believe, and won the Academy Award for documentaries, but it's called The Fog of War, where McNamara reminisces about World War II. He talks about Vietnam. He also talks about the Cuban Missile Crisis. So there's a good video segment, and there's a link to that within the assignment, but it's The Fog of War. If you download the digital copy, the PDF copy of this assignment, if you click on this image, it will take you to the 7-minute video, 8-minute video on YouTube. And this is Robert McNamara talking then, and there's some video images of the napalm and firebombing of Japan. It's the same then thing that James Bradley was talking about in his book, but try to read those pages. That's page 262 through 280. There's a PDF copy that will be made available to you of that chapter. And then another supplemental assignment goes with World War II. Some more specific reading on D-Day. I'd like you to read a little bit about D-Day, Cracking the Atlantic Wall. It's by Stephen Ambrose, and I'll be making a chapter available to you. It's chapter 11. Page 196 to 224, and these are available again. The links to that will be made available to you. D-Day, of course, is very famous American history. You can read about it in Stephen Ambrose's book, but of course then the famous Hollywood renditions are in Saving Private Ryan. Steven Spielberg and Tom Cruise then go on to focus on the Band of Brothers. And the second episode in particular, the Band of Brothers, is the paratroopers as they land behind enemy lines on June 6, 1944, D-Day. So please read chapter 11 and answer these questions as well. The video, or the PDF copies of this as well, have links in all of the images to give you a little bit more interactivity to this assignment. If you have any questions regarding this, please don't hesitate to email or give me a call. Thank you.